What's up, chocolatiers? Doing something a little rare on the channel, covering a TV show. My goal with this channel is that I want to try to cover everything that I watch or play. But the problem is that with time, movies are pretty much only guaranteed that every single week I will watch. But I actually was pretty caught up with a show called Dark Matter. Now, Dark Matter stars Joel Edgerton. And basically, without getting confusing, because I was watching this with somebody who was very confused by the plot. So basically, Joel Edgerton is kind of in like a rut in his life. He's a school teacher at like a university. So he's a professor, and he just really doesn't like his life. He's just kind of fed up with it, whatever. And this is what I mean by I really love this show. They don't tell you this. It's just by his mannerisms, by the things that he does, by the way he goes about his life for the first episode. And so, without spoilers, just covering just the first episode mainly, the way that the first episode ends gives you that twist. He gets kidnapped by somebody. And basically, this whole show is him trying to get back to his reality. So, you have a guy that is Jason. It's the same guy as this dude from this Earth, and so I was like, oh, they're doing multiverse stuff. So this Jason, instead of going with the love of his life and marrying her and creating a family and becoming a college professor, he decided that he wouldn't marry her and would go about his dream of building this thing called the box. And so in the box, you take this drug that lets you open up a world of possibilities. And just based on your thoughts, you can open doors that lead to different realities. So Jason 2 opens a door that leads to a reality where he actually did marry his wife and had a child. And so he kidnaps the other Jason because he knows how he feels in his life. And he tosses him over there to where he's a rich mega billionaire. And he takes over his life. And I was like, okay. And so by the end of that first episode, dude, I'm fully invested because you have the main character is also a villain, and then you also have the main character Fallen. And so this show is basically like multiversal world hopping. You'll get some episodes where you're kind of stuck in one place, some episodes where you're hopping back and forth. And I really like the way they did some of these planets. Like there's like a planet where they go to where there's like this huge sickness going on that's passed by like touch or anything like that. It's like if you touch somebody's skin, you can get it and you'll die within a few days. And it makes the show really sad because, you know, he's trying to get back to his wife and child. He can't figure out how to control the box, especially for, like, the most part of the show. And, you know, there's certain worlds he goes to where his wife, for example, dies. Or you have, you know, something happen where somebody who is dead is alive in that universe. And he's tempted to even want to stay sometimes. And, you know, shows like this takes a while to come along. I wish I would have read the book that this is based on. I actually was going to pick it up. I remember the day I was going to, like 2 months ago, and I didn't because the show was on. I was like, I might watch that. And I am glad I watched the show. I do wish I had read the book. I might. The way this show ends, without any spoilers, it makes me think they are doing a season 2, even though there's not a second book. Even Apple right now has it listed as season finale on the page. Not series finale, because at first this was marketed as a limited series, but I think by episode 2 or 3 it was doing so good they were kind of like, hey, we might do some more with this, and they for sure could. But this show's just basically what you want in a multiversal journey. It's kind of like the hero's journey in a way. He's trying to get back to his family, and that's the main message of this movie. It's the fact that, you know, even though he hated his life, he starts to regret it. He's like, I didn't really hate my life. You know, this sucks. Now I'm stuck, hopping, trying to get back to my world, not getting to the right one, you know, messing up things, stuff like that. And I really think Joel Edgerton in particular, because the other characters do great performances too, but I really think he stands out the most. And the reason why is because Joel Edgerton, he's just a different beast, man. Like, everything he plays in is really good. But in this show in particular, he has to play multiple versions of himself. And especially that evil version, Jason 2. And just the way that you'll have them two in a room together, or, you know, you'll have the split where they're like, oh, here's what's going on this earth, here's what's going on this earth. And just the way he acts so different, I almost didn't even see, oh my god, that's the same face. I was like, yeah, this is an asshole. I hate this guy. It's crazy because it's the same dude. It's the same guy. He looks the same way. He's done basically the same choices. But this one is willing to go above and beyond to do something that he regretted. And then the other one is just, he out here surviving, trying to get by. But yeah, that's all I had to say about Dark Matter. I just really think this show is warranted to be watched. I think if you have Apple TV, you should watch it. If you don't, get a little free trial. It's only, I want to say it's 8 episodes, I think. Might be 10. Might be 9, 10. Something like that. It's a weird number. I don't think it is 8. But they're about an hour a piece, and they're worth every single hour. You will never get bored. It's very high sci-fi, which I really love. It's been a while since I watched a high sci-fi show. Apple's got me out here about to act up, though, because they got Silo up on there. They got, what's it called? It's, oh my god, Foundation. They got that, and they've got some other things on there, like Invasion, which I have watched the first season. I need to watch the second season. And so they're about to act up on this sci-fi, like, low-key. They're out here showing out. Apple, I don't think I've watched anything bad on Apple ever. The only thing that comes close is C with Jason Momoa. It's not a bad show, it's just so fucking slow. I can't do that show. I'm sorry. I do have one more season I'm going to try to push through. Like, that show, literally, I dozed off. That's never happened before. I go to sleep in that show. Like, one action sequence every 4 episodes isn't enough for me to be like a bunch of blind people walking around going, oh, what are you doing here? Oh. Please stop. Quit. That show should be 2 seasons, maybe 3. I think it's 4. It shouldn't have been 4. And there should be lower episodes in each. I don't know how that was one of the most watched. I just must have an awful attention span. I watch long movies. Like last night I watched Horizon. I cannot get through an episode of C without going to sleep. First season was okay. I think it's more because I was hyped because I got Apple. And I was like, oh, new streaming service, whatever. But like, dude, I can't. Even with them adding Dave Bautista, I couldn't do it. But that's the only show like that, though. I think they put out some bangers. I've watched pretty much almost everything on there. Still got to finish the Godzilla show. But even something like that, I probably won't review on the channel because it's pretty much so old now. But I did want to cover this in particular because I did finish it on time. I think it's been off about a week now. Just not getting to review, that's on me. Been busy this week. But hey, if you like this review and you want to see more, like and subscribe for more. And yeah, catch you guys in the next one.
I love my popcorn. Movies, popcorn.